Ancelotti announces Real Madrid squad for Borussia Dortmund clash. Nuri Sahin refuses to train at Santiago Bernabeu before facing Real Madrid. Real Madrid faces setback before Champions League match against Dortmund. Doubts surround participation of Dortmund duo against Real Madrid in Champions League. Good news for Real Madrid fans ahead of Borussia Dortmund match. If you're a fan and follower of Real Madrid, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, and follow our page. Ancelotti announces Real Madrid squad for Borussia Dortmund clash. Carlo Ancelotti, coach of Real Madrid, has announced his squad for the match against Borussia Dortmund in the third round of the Champions League. Despite recent reports of a muscle injury to Aurelien Tchouameni during the team's last training session, the French player has made it to the matchday squad. The squad continues to be without David Alaba, Dani Carvajal, and Brahim Diaz due to injuries. Here is the complete squad. Goalkeepers: Thibaut Courtois, Lunin, Fran González. Defenders: Mendy, Fran Garcia, Militao, Rudiger, Vallejo, Lucas Vázquez. Midfielders: Tchouameni, Camavinga, Valverde, Modric, Bellingham, Arda Güler, Ceballos. Forwards: Mbappé, Vinicius Jr., Endrick, Rodrigo. Nuri Sahin refuses to train at Santiago Bernabeu before facing Real Madrid. Nuri Sahin, head coach of Borussia Dortmund, has made a decision regarding his team's training ahead of the match against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Real Madrid will host Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday at 10 p.m. as part of the third round of the tournament, which is being held in a round-robin format for one experimental season. According to a report from German newspaper Bild, Sahin has decided against training at the Santiago Bernabeu, where the match will take place. Sahin made this choice due to concerns about potential spies at the training ground relaying the German team's tactics to Carlo Ancelotti, Real Madrid's head coach. Bild reported that Sahin will train in Germany before traveling directly to Spain, wanting to prevent any leaks of his team's tactics to Real Madrid. Sahin has been in charge of Borussia Dortmund since the beginning of this season, under a contract extending for 3 more seasons. Real Madrid won their first match of the Champions League against Stuttgart, 3-1, but lost to Lille in the second match, 1-0. Real Madrid faces setback before Champions League match against Dortmund. Reports indicate that Real Madrid player Aurelien Tchouameni has sustained an injury before the highly anticipated match against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. Real Madrid is set to host Dortmund on Tuesday at the Santiago Bernabeu in the third round of the tournament. According to Spanish program Chiringuito, Tchouameni has suffered a muscle injury that prevented him from participating in training just 24 hours before the match. He is expected to miss the game, which is a significant blow for the team. Borussia Dortmund currently leads the group with 6 points after 2 consecutive wins, while Real Madrid sits in 17th place with 3 points after a win against Stuttgart and a loss to Lille. Doubts surround participation of Dortmund duo against Real Madrid in Champions League. Niklas Süle and Pascal Gross participated in the final training session ahead of the match against Real Madrid, but their readiness for the game remains uncertain. Goalkeeper Gregor Kobel trained individually but will join the team traveling to Madrid later today. Süle has been dealing with a stomach issue, while Gross was substituted at halftime in Dortmund's 2-1 win over St. Pauli in the Bundesliga due to an undisclosed problem. Dortmund has won its first 2 matches in the Champions League this season, beating Club Brugge 3-0 and Celtic 7-1. But their form in the Bundesliga has been inconsistent, making the match against Real Madrid a true test. Real Madrid defeated Dortmund 2-0 in the Champions League final last June, and is seeking to bounce back after their loss to Lille in the last round. Good news for Real Madrid fans. Ahead of Borussia Dortmund match, Spanish newspaper Marca has revealed the latest updates on the condition of Austrian player David Alaba, who has been recovering from an injury that kept him out of the team for several months. The report states that Alaba is beginning to feel improvements in his recovery and is following his treatment plan as scheduled. Alaba has faced multiple setbacks during his recovery from a knee injury, which has delayed his return to the team. Marca confirmed that a date for Alaba's medical clearance to participate in matches has yet to be determined, but this step is closer than ever as the player feels optimistic about his recovery. Alaba suffered an anterior cruciate ligament tear in his left knee last December while playing against Villarreal at the Santiago Bernabéu in the 17th round of last season, which ended with a 4-1 victory for Carlo Ancelotti's squad.